Does anyone else just like sit around days like you're watching a movie or like you're listening to music and you're like, wow, when I was younger, I really would not have liked this. Because I've had a couple experiences like that. Like when I was listening to uh what was I listening to? Shoot, it doesn't matter. When I'm listening to like anything, like and it's like like different than what like I listened to. Because as a kid, I only listened to like 70s and 80s rock, but like the really popular stuff because I had like no taste in music. And then now I'm older and I'm listening to shit like fucking Tool. Like I would not like me as a kid. I don't think I'd be able to make it through that or like any prog band. I remember I tried to listen to Pink Floyd when I was younger. It was Dark Side of the Moon, and I was in the car. I remember it was like a some I think I was going to Massachusetts to visit family or something. But that's not important. But it's the important is that I was listening to it in the car, and like it was the first track. It was the screaming, and then it goes into the breathe in the air, and I hated it because I thought it was boring. And like I listened to the whole album then, and I did not like it. This keep in mind this was when I was in like seventh grade, I want to say. So I was 12. I was like 12, yeah. So I was like 12 and I wasn't liking it. But then like I think I started like really listening to that like junior year of high school, I want to say, or like sophomore year of high school. No, sophomore year of high school was when I like listened to Kanye a lot. So I think it was junior year. Wait, spring of sophomore year of spring of sophomore. So I was like listening to it a lot more, and I was like, I really got into it. Like I really like The Wall. Like was great. Like I love The Wall. I love Dark Side of the Moon. I liked all the songs on that one, and I Wish You Were Here. That's a really good one, cause like it's only got the five, so that's another one. That one, but more importantly, besides that one, Animals by Pink Floyd, which I think is their best album, right? But but it has like five songs on it. No, it's a five or six. Five songs on it, right? My favorite one is like 20 minutes. It's called Dogs. It's Pink Floyd's best song, but like it's like 20 minutes and it's like so easily my favorite one. It's the best Pink Floyd song. But like I can only imagine what it'd be like if I listened to that back then because like man, I'd like had horrible taste in me. Like my favorite band was like Queen or something. And I'm not hating on Queen or anything right now. I like Queen a lot. Like I think my favorite song back then was like "Don't Stop Me Now," right? But like I don't remember it was like "Don't Stop Me Now," but like nowadays I can still like that's a good song, but like it's like nowhere near my favorite, which is so weird. Like it changes, like cause like now my favorite song is probably like I don't want to say this just because that Stranger Things finale came out because Heroes is my favorite song by David Bowie. But here's a fun fact: I used to like Heroes as my favorite song since like junior year of high school. I want to say, yeah, junior year of high school. That used to be my favorite song since then, and I'm like older now. God, I'm too old. God, that was like 3 years ago. Fuck. Oh God. But anyway, what was I saying? What was I talking about? Dude, who was I talking about? Was I talking about Pink Floyd? No, I was talking about Heroes. Yeah, Heroes by David Bowie. Like I listened to that song like religiously. Like that's top dog right there. But I guess the point I'm getting at right now is that like since our palates expand so much over time, is it like really possible to like I don't know, compare things like in the moment, because like you don't know how you're gonna feel later. Like, so what I'm saying is, what point am I making? I think I lost it. Hold on. Yeah, what the point is that like, music's pretty cool. Like, dude, back to it. Actually, oh, I gotta explain this. So I went down like a jazz rabbit hole, but it wasn't really jazz. It was just Miles Davis. Went down a Miles Davis rabbit hole like in the summer, and dude, like I don't like little me would not be able to stand some of those songs, but like my ears have like adjusted and they've become acute to it. It's almost like they say like that your ears like you have to get used to the music you're listening to before you like it, right? Because I've heard people say that about like Bob Dylan, who I also like a lot. They say that about Bob Dylan, where they're like, I once I adjusted to his music, I really started to enjoy it and like it more. But like, how does that make sense? Does that mean like the stuff that you like? Holy fuck! What the fuck? Does that mean that the stuff you like, you only like because you grew onto it? Like, what about the first thing you like? Like, would that mean that the first thing that you liked is your favorite thing ever? Right? Like, I feel like that makes sense. Like, so can I even say like that Heroes is my favorite song when like my favorite song before that, like I never disliked Don't Stop Me Now, right? So like, is that my real favorite song, or is Heroes my favorite song because my ears have gone acute to it? Which again, like that means that you have to not like something first, but then you like Heroes later. So like, I think that's worth everyone, right? So um, what was I saying? What I was saying was, you know, it's just so crazy to me. Like, and that's another thing, man. We can talk about this with music, but like with movies, it's entirely different. Cause like over the like last spring, I was getting into this one director. His name is Tarkovsky. He's a Russian filmmaker, and I back in the day, back in my olden days, you know, I could only like listen like watch like American directors, like really like Tarantino, like Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, and people like that. And I said those names so weird. I don't know why, but yeah, I only watch people like that. So like now I was like watching his movie called Mirror, which is this really weird movie. It's about a like it's a dying man. He's like living through his life again. Like the last things that he sees, but like it's told non-linear, so you have no idea what's happening until they reveal it's a dying man. Like I think midway through the movie, and like, dude, that movie's so good. But like I was watching it, I was like, wow, I would hate this movie if I think it's boring, and I don't know if it's just my attention span. If anything, I think my attention span's gotten worse over the years because of the constant like phone and like screens. So like I don't know how that worked. Like now I like it. Am I just more mature? Like even as a kid, I feel like I liked some mature stuff. Like again, I was a big like my favorite Martin Scorsese movie was never mind. I think it was just Goodfellas. I don't think that makes you mature. I honestly think that was a dumb point, the maturity thing back then. But I feel like I was able to comprehend the things. So like would I be able to comprehend it while also liking this Russian filmmaker? Because even back then, like when I was watching like a lot of movies. I was also watching a lot of TV shows like Breaking Bad. Like I was able to comprehend and enjoy Breaking Bad when I watched it. Does that mean would I probably like Breaking Bad more if I watch it now, or would I like it less? Because I think I like the movies I watched back then less than what I like watching right now. So I think there's a correlation there, but like I'm like scared to rewatch Breaking Bad because like it's one of my favorite shows, right? But like imagine I don't like it anymore. Like, dude, that'd be horrible. I think I'd have like a midlife crisis of shows or stuff that I like. because imagine, like, my favorite show of all time. I have three. I always say one of them is the Sopranos. That show's awesome. It's better than Breaking Bad, by the way. Um, Number two is Avatar: Last Airbender, greatest cartoon ever, and greatest series finale ever. And three is Community. It's a sitcom. I like that. I like that one a lot. I also like Curb Your Enthusiasm. I love that show. I don't know. There's a lot of things I like, but what I was saying was like if I rewatch like a lot of those shows I watched recently, besides like Avatar, because I've been like watching that like periodically throughout my life. I've seen that a lot, so I know that's a lock. That's a lock for something I like. But I haven't seen Community in a while, so I don't know if like my sense of humor has like changed over the years. Where now I no longer find it funny, because that'd be tragic. It's like when you go in and out of phases of things. Like I remember when I was little, I was really into Rubik's cubes, right? And like that was like really weird. But like I like watched like, like, videos on them, and I'm like I like look back on whenever I rewatch one of the videos now in my adult years, and I was like, wow, how did I watch that? This guy sounds like a fucking idiot. Like he actually sounded really stupid. Like, like he talked like this, and I like he sounded stereotypically Jewish. On the topic of Jewish people, like, dude, I was at work the other day, right, and I was talking to my coworker, and he was going on and on about like something. I don't remember what he was going on about, but I start talking to him, and I don't know how, but we somehow get to Israel and Palestine, which I didn't even like give my 2 cents on the situation. I didn't even tell this man my opinions on it. He started going and being like, I was like, he's like mentioned it. I was like, yeah, dude, it's really sad what's going on over there. And he said, yeah, they're invading their territory. And I started looking at him extra closely. I didn't say anything. I just hit him with a, but like, uh, I didn't even like, I didn't like, I like really paid attention. Swear to God, his nose got a little bigger. And I got a beak. Like, if you look at me, like, if you take a glance at me, you're like, wow, that guy might be Jewish, which I promise you I'm not. I assure you. Not that there's anything wrong with being Jewish, by the way. But, like, I assure you I'm not. But like this guy, I like started noticing. I'm like, man, he's got a pretty big nose. And then I like look at like kind of like he's like pretty short, right? So I'm like gripping a, I'm noticing like I'm like, huh, does he have a yarmulke on? I don't think he had a yarmulke on, but like I started to think this stuff because he started defending. He started talking about Israel, and I was like, yeah, that's like it's like people dying over there. He's like, what? No one's dying. I kind of looked at him like, huh? Like, of course, people are dying. That's like the major part of it. Like, the people are dying. Again, I didn't even get my 2 cents on it. I just corrected him. I was like, no, people are dying there. And then, like, but I had to go do something else. And that was a weird conversation. This is like the first time I saw this guy, too. Like, I think he was new here. But, like, who knows? I don't know. But the point is, you got to be educated on things because you never know, like, you're going to talk to you're gonna talk to people and like notice that like they are like uneducated. That's like that's horrible. Like I can't imagine that. But there are like some people like that. If I talk like I since I where I work, there's a lot of old people that work there, right? So I love talking to old people first off because like they're really funny to like get to like provoke. Like you get mad and they start like going off on things. They talk for like as long as like because I think they just love hearing themselves speak. So like when you talk to an old person, like they start like going on and on and on about like topics, and you know what? That's fine. I mess with that. I can go on and on about topics too. That's why like I mess with it. But like they like start like giving wisdom to you, like when you like really didn't ask for it, and you're like looking at them like, huh? Like I think this in my job. I'm like, wow, you work here and you're giving me advice. Ooh. Again, very mean thing to say, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're trying to avoid me being on. I feel bad. I take that back because like I mess with my coworkers and I mess with them. They're really nice people. But like, like it's strange. I remember like one time I was at of course I remember this. I was at my parents' wedding. My dad and my stepmom. We were at the wedding, and I was talking to like my grandmother's cousin. And first off, I was like, wow, but there's a connection here. People, you're here. That was like my first thought, because like I never in my world would imagine that as like a thing that like you see, like I don't know I don't know like my other grandma's cousin is. Like what, who? Well, I guess I know who one my other grandma's cousin. I guess I know her. That was stupid, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. All I'm saying. Oh wait, no. I guess it makes more sense. It doesn't matter. It does that part doesn't matter anymore. What matters is I was talking to her about something, and then we start talking about other like a random thing, and I'm like wow, I'm having a conversation. I'm having a strange conversation with her, and then I like realized, oh wow, I think I've only said like 5 words. She's been talking for like a good 20 minutes now. She just kept going. Like I actually was like shocked. I think she talked for like a straight hour without me saying a word. I think I was just nodding aloud, and I was out of it. That was like pretty late in the night at that point. I was out of it, but that doesn't matter. What matters is old people are fire to talk to, and people like don't avoid talking to old people. I just don't get it. That's one of the joys in life, really. Especially if you get them mad. Like if you get an old person mad, like that's really funny. I remember I was talking with my grandma, and I said, once you're over the age of 80, you should get your license revoked. Which, by the way, I stand by. If you're over the age of 80, you should not be able to drive. Like that's old. Like cognitive decline is a real thing, and I like people shy away from that because like yeah, there's still people. Yeah, obviously there's still people, but like 80, you should be able to drive. Like especially 85, like 85-year-old women or men. I don't know why I said women first. I think because I was talking about my grandma, but 85-year-old old people, like at that point, it's like you shouldn't be driving at all. Like I wouldn't trust that you're like able to drive, you know. But it gets to a point where you like sometimes like they start to get you mad because like they high key like don't really listen to what you're saying. They just like hear how they speak, but it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is you gotta talk to old people in your life because like that's like something you don't know you're missing out on until you realize you're missing out on it, which is just so crazy, man. I was originally gonna like have like talking points down, but like I'm just going off the dome here. I'm freeballing this one, which is just like, wow. It's just so crazy because like I don't know. You ever get like those moods, like like or like you like really think about doing something. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, yeah, I got this. I got this. I got this. And then like you get to it and you're like, huh, I don't really want to do this. And it's not even like a like you need to do it or like you actually have to. Like you're just like, oh wow, I really don't want to do it. Like when you're you're hyping yourself out to just like go to the store and get something because you're like, oh wow, I really don't want to leave my house, but like I could leave my house right now and get something from the store. I think I would be I usually like yeah, I gotta hype myself up for it, and then like I get to the door and I'm like, oh, I gotta drive to the grocery store, which is like 5 minutes away. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to go looking around for the thing I want. So then like you just like don't bother doing it. Like that's such a weird concept to me. Like why should you have to hype yourself up for Monday night? Unless it's just a me thing, which I guarantee you it's not. If someone's out there watching this and they're like, yeah, no, I do that. Like you're no, 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 yeah, I don't do that. Yeah, you're lying. You're just a straight liar. I don't understand those kinds of people. But that's besides the point. The point is that, you know, it doesn't matter. You should like not need that motivation. And that's the motivation that I'm talking about right now. And, you know, God, I'm like really thinking right now. Cause like I was watching a TikTok earlier, Like, you know, you ever get those like people on TikTok that like talk and then they like their voice slows down so they talk like this and they stare in the camera like that. Like, like, does anyone else just hate that? Because like, first off, that's been a thing since like summer of last year. Like, why are you dragging it? It's a trend that should be dead by now. If you can't like convey, if that's how you need to be funny, then I'm gonna be so real. That's so lame. But like you still have like people in those comment sections like who do that, and they still glaze them for being like hilarious or like making good points, but like they're really just saying like like normal things. Like there's people out there like who like have like takes like pages on TikTok, and it's just like the most boring, like basic. They're like barely even saying a take. They're just stating something. Like again, back to the Israel Palestine. Like I mean, they're just saying people are dying in Israel and Palestine. Like yeah, no shit, people are dying, but like pick a side, bro. Like I don't get like those kinds of people like who make those videos because like they're like this is bad. Like they talk about like something like random and it's like the most obvious thing. They're like, yeah, this is really bad, guys. And you're like, wow, really? Is it bad? Like they're like, man, what's his name? God, was it Woodrow Wilson showed Birth of the Nation in the White House, and it was horribly racist. Like, yeah, no shit. That's like I'm like they're like, yeah, you're like, yeah, that is racist. You're right, but like you didn't need to say that. I think a lot of people know that he was racist. If you didn't know he was racist, I don't know how that guy was like grand leader to the Ku Klux Klan, man. He was bad to the bone. Not in like a badass way, like I don't know, like Teddy Roosevelt. Like he was pretty bad to the bone. He was like he fought bears, I think. Right? Was that? That's like a. I think that's a myth though. It's like George Washington cutting down the cherry tree. But God, just there's vile, evil people out there, man. You know, I personally in my life, I can't really. I'm struggling to remember any evil people I've met. But like I met evil people, and like usually, like I feel like most people like this is how I don't get dying to serial killers because like I feel like I always get like a pretty good vibe on a person when I see them. Like if I meet someone for the first time and I'm really not fucking with them, chances are they're not a good person in the end. This happened one time, and I was like, wow, I was right. But when you're talking about like people that you meet, like I don't say how people get killed by serial killers. Like I really don't, because like when you meet someone, you can usually tell, like yeah, that's not a good guy over there, and like yeah, like 100%. Like if you're talking to someone, they feel off. Trust your gut. Like trust your gut always. That's my thing. If you like need to like talk yourself into something, chances are like ooh, that's not you. That's not you. The gut's you. The mind's rationale. Like you can rationalize something. Like you're like, ooh, would I rather pull the trolley and kill the 5 people I don't know, or would I not pull it and then my friend die? Like the gut feeling would be like, yeah, save your friend, because like you should save your friend in that situation. And if anyone says otherwise, they're fake. Everyone knows this. But the whole everything is surrounded by like what people really need to know. And that's to trust yourself over everything else. Because the only person you know is you. Like let's be real. You might know someone, but you don't know them. Like they could have a deep dark secret that they're lying from you. But would it be lying from you? I don't think it's lying from you. Lying to you about. That's it. They can have a deep dark secret that they're lying to you about. And you wouldn't know that. But you know about the deep dark secret that you're lying to them about. You get me? Like imagine they're gay and they're hiding that from you, but you're gay and you're hiding that from them. Like you now know. You're the only one who knows, but you don't know about them. You could think that they're a psychopath though, if you get the bad vibe. It's like when you watch like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and you meet someone who like acts like Dennis. And like the show they try to rationalize it. They're like, oh well, these people are insane. There's no way they know. That guy's a serial killer. Like you can tell, and like you're like, oh shit, that guy can kill. You're like, oh shit, that guy punches. Real shit though, like I'm wondering this. If you see a guy punch a woman, would you be more appalled if he shot her or if he punched her? I saw someone talking about this on TikTok. I don't remember who. Like I really gave that thought, and I was like, man, I think shooting the woman is less bad, because like I'm not saying you should do either. By the way, this is horrible. This is horrible overall. But like, if you punch her, like I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be like, yo, why the fuck did you punch? That's messed up, man. You're a real pussy for that. But like, if you shoot her, I'm gonna be like, what'd she do to get shot? Because like that's just such an extreme, right? Like that is like the extreme. Like you're like, oh, this is not punchable. This is shootable. Like Jesus, she must have done something to deserve that. Like my immediate sympathy would be more towards the punch woman. I don't know. Make that make sense to me, because that I feel like is like crazy. That's like a crazy thing to say. Because like if there's another man out there and I see him get punched, I'm like, ooh, what'd he do? But if I see him get shot, I'm like, ooh, that's murder. You know what I mean? I feel like this makes sense, but like maybe it doesn't to everyone. But all I'm saying is that we need to see the truth. And the truth in the world is that you gotta trust yourself. You gotta be you. Everyone should be themselves. You know, not enough people know this, which is really tragic that not enough people know this, because you know, if you like, feel the need to hide something, you shouldn't hide it. You know, that's what I'm trying to do today. I'm trying to be inspirational to these people out here. I need people to know that they are loved, you know, man. And everyone like just gets along, you know. That's why I'm like really I'm preaching the good word right now. I'm preaching the good word. You know, I'm just in a good mood right now. I've been yapping for a little bit now, so I'm gonna let this go. But like, this was a fire. Yo, it. I thought I was on the call with someone. This recording. Oh.